Welcome back to the Loading Up podcast. I'm your host, Producer Jay, along with both of my co-hosts, Brother Zay.
Yo, yo, yo.
And ever so giggly Brother Zay.
It was the joke. It was my own fault. It was the stupid joke I made.
Alright, so before we get into everything, just want to remind you that you can like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. You can support us by clicking the links in our description for our sponsors, which is W Energy. You can use code LUP at checkout. Almost time to use that code to save 20% off your first order, because it is almost the end of September, and that's when the sale ends. So get to it if you haven't already. Also, there's NordVPN. You can use NordVPN to access content around the globe, all within the comfort of your home, and you don't have to really lift a finger except to press start. But you can save some money off of a subscription there. And also Starforge Systems, where you can build your PC, custom PC, pre-built PCs, and you could save some money on that. So we thank you for supporting our sponsors, and that is it. What is up, guys? How are you doing? What have you been playing?
Going on.
I've been dying slowly.
Aren't we all?
Hold on. So I'm gonna answer this question because I gotta go do something real quick for the family.
All right, go ahead.
But what I've been playing, Mario Party, because I got the 64 emulator and I've been stealing stars, being a demon.
Mario Party, that's what it is. And you know what? I want to play Mario Party 2 because they're coming out with the new one. That's, I think, like in 2 weeks or something like that. 3 weeks. The Mario Party Jamboree, I think.
Oh, the Jamboree one, yes.
Yeah, and I want to play that one because it's supposed to have like so much they have a new online mode or something like that.
Yeah.
Where you can play I think it's up to 20 players or something like that. It's crazy.
That sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Frustrating.
I know it'll be hectic. I'm very curious to see how that plays out. And apparently it has a single player mode, which I don't think any. Well, I know the older games had like a single player mode, but nothing recent had a single player mode. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and then also obviously family, playing with the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Brother Zay, what have you been playing?
All right. So if you're watching on YouTube, you see me struggling to play We Love Katamari Reroll Plus. Now they just dropped the Game Pass after being showcased on the Tokyo Game Show, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So I decided to give it a try, and although it's weird and funny, it's also the controls are absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
The controls are terrible, but it was still a pretty fun time.
All right,
yeah.
You'll be playing that on if you're watching on YouTube. I've also been playing getting back into, because I stopped playing it because at one point they tell you have to like grind a little bit in order to get to like the next story mission. I've been playing Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they tell you like you have to get to like level 10 in like this sub story, and if you're not, you can't progress into the next chapter. Now I immediately got pissed off and stopped playing.
I'm
back into that.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I've always heard about the Yakuza games. And I always wanted to get into it. I mean, they're all available like now on Xbox, and I think still on Game Pass, right?
Yes.
For the majority of them.
Some are.
Yeah. So I always wanted to get into it, but then I remember like a few months ago I recorded gameplay for I think it was The Man Who Erased His Name, and I didn't like it.
Which one? Wait. What do you remember? Which one exactly?
It was the Like a Dragon. The Man Who Erased His Name.
It was. You sure it was that one?
I'm pretty sure it was that one. It
Because they
was
have
the
like 3 Like a Dragon games. It's like a Dragon Ishin,
no,
Like a
not that
Dragon the
one.
man who erased his name, which is like you're with the suit, the guy with the
Yes,
glasses. Okay,
yes, that was
okay.
that one. I wasn't a fan. I'm
And
not. I don't know.
that's fine. I mean, that
But that's
game
what I was
is
saying.
a
I want
tied
to get into
game.
it because it's so long and there's like so much like to
Yes, there's a lot.
experience, and it's like I don't know. It's not for me.
I'll be honest with you, that the Like a Dragon series in the Yakuza like world is all side stories and side stuff that's going on in the broader Yakuza world. So like if you want to get
Yeah,
into it, I suggest starting with Zero and then
zero.
going to Kwame 1 and then Kwame 2. Those are like the best. You're gonna absolutely really like those, I feel like. I feel like you would like those. That's like your traditional Yakuza with the great game, gameplay and mechanics and stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
What was
I
it?
maybe.
mean, if you don't, that's fine too. You don't always have to like, you know,
There's.
the
I'm not
games.
gonna. I'm not gonna lie to you. As someone who's actually played most of the Yakuza games, I think you enjoy it, but I also think you'll laugh. You'll be so annoyed at the silly parts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not
The
even the silly
Annoying.
parts. It's just the gameplay is very repetitive. Like it's just go over here, beat up some guys. Go over here, beat up some guys. That well, was it the first Like a Dragon?
which one?
Um,
The turn-based one?
yeah, that was the one
That's
that everybody was talking about.
yes, that's
Uh,
Yakuza Like a Dragon.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yakuza Like a Dragon. Uh, yeah, but I know that's the one that's different. But
Yes,
other than
that's
that,
different.
I feel like I don't know, it might not be for me.
I mean, the story, the
Eh?
overall story is really good. But if you're not into that kind of gameplay, you're definitely gonna have a hard time. Especially since a lot of the cutscenes are really long,
Ugh.
and I'm like they take a long time. Some cutscenes could last up to 20-25 minutes.
I mean, I play Metal Gear Solid, so that's light work.
That's true. That's true.
There's a cutscene I think it's in Metal Gear Solid 4 where you're putting your controller down for an hour.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you can, I mean, the story is good for the Yakuza games.
for the
If you,
Yakuza games, yeah.
yeah, if you don't like it, that's fine. I'll just
Maybe
keep
I'll give
playing
it
it by
another
myself.
chance eventually in the
There's no.
future.
I mean, like, hey, if you want, by all means, there's no shame in trying again. There's also no shame in not
You know
liking it.
what? You know what? That is a very good point because the same thing happened to me with Mass Effect. I didn't like the first game when I first played it,
Oh
and then
wow.
I stopped playing it, and then the second game came out, and I played that, and I fell in love, and I went back in the first one, and I was like, all
And then
right,
you liked it.
not that bad, and then I liked it, and now
Yeah.
it's my
See?
favorite franchise ever. So
See? It's
maybe
okay.
Yakuza will be my next favorite franchise. Who knows?
Well, with
There's
the way
like I
you
said.
play games, you're never finishing them.
Just
God damn. Do you feel that? You felt that? That hurt me.
I mean,
Sorry.
I can't even say nothing. Like he's right.
I'm
The
sorry.
truth hurts. The truth
Let's
hurts,
move
doesn't it?
on, please. I'm sorry. I
No,
didn't mean
I
to
mean,
No.
attack
sure, no,
you.
it's the truth. Because like I literally it doesn't help that at work I've been like freaking busy and I haven't really even had time to play on my ROG Ally. So literally all I've been playing is just Elden Ring, and I'm trying to get by, and
No, it's okay. I
it's a
poke
slow churn.
I poke fun, but like we have lives, we have families and jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I was just poking fun.
Gross. Y'all niggas got
Right?
y'all got kids. Disgusting. Live my non-kid life till it's over. Which at
That's
some
okay.
point may end. Which in that may end. I don't know. Who cares?
Enough with the doom and gloom.
Yeah, no
Let's
more
What's
doom and
the
gloom.
what's the doom? No, I don't care. What's the doom and gloom?
let's jump right into it because this week we have quite a bit to discuss. We have the PlayStation State of Play happened this past Tuesday, and they announced some things and talked about some games, and let's just jump right in. So if you didn't see it, we'll talk about it now. They announced Astrobots DLC with a bunch of different characters and new little bots to go after in the full game. Um
I will
So
say it's
cute.
very soon to announce a DLC.
They have so much shit.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like man, like
Yeah.
there's so many PlayStation games and like things they've never touched, and like so I'm pretty sure they have extra in backup.
Yeah.
That was
I
like
mean,
if this game
I
doesn't
mean,
work,
Well, I guess I'm more curious why they announced the Astrobot DLC but not the Spider-Man DLC, if it even
um,
exists anymore.
hmm.
yeah, who knows if it exists? Because I think what PlayStation's trying to do now is like not talk about games that are too far out. They're talking about
Yeah,
games within like the first 6 to 8 months,
yeah, you're
maybe
right.
a year. So I think that's what's going on. So if it's further
Probably,
out, it's probably not going to be talked about.
probably.
Yeah. So they announced or not really announced, more like just showing us some games that are coming. Like Hell is Us, Metro Awakening, um which is a VR game. You can play it on November 7th. So this game is coming out this year. As well as the Astrobot DLC. The Astrobot DLC is coming, it says this fall. So I'm assuming probably around December, where they'll
Yeah.
probably bundle everything all together, with the consoles or something.
Mhm.
They even announced, and this was a big one, Power World, which is available right now on PlayStation. You can go ahead and buy it on PlayStation. Um, Despite it being in legal trouble with Nintendo.
Well, all right. So it's
Hmm?
that legal trouble is only in Japan
That is true.
because they
Well, the game is
announced
not
it.
available for Japanese customers right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
it's that Japanese day is TBD, but it's available everywhere else. So
Yeah. So they also showcased, which I thought was weird, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack, which is a DLC bundle for Sonic X Shadows Generations. It was just like a
I
extra DLC stage that features Keanu Reeves as Shadow, and it had like extra stuff from the movie, which is, I don't know, why would they show this? It's so weird.
because they have marketing for the game because I think they paid for like it's like a prologue or something like that.
Yeah,
Like a prologue video that's exclusive to PlayStation. And yeah, so now they get to announce all the Sonic stuff.
that's so odd.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean
You got
it's literally just a video and I think that DLC is coming to other platforms as well, so I don't know why they did that. But anyway,
yeah.
you don't get all the Sonic. Just when you think you can
I
have any
guess yeah,
more Sonic.
they're trying to capitalize on the movie just getting announced or getting a release
Yeah,
date and people
Yeah.
are hyped about Sonic and I guess that's one way to do it.
I mean, Keanu Reeves is a nice little touch.
Yeah, true. That is
Yeah.
true.
They
But is he
also
Sonic in the game? No. Or not
Yeah.
Sonic, Shadow.
Shadow. I don't
It,
think so. I think it's just for this
it's just
DLC.
yeah, just the DLC. So then it's like an alternate reality thing. I
I
don't. That's
think
weird.
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
is because how they showcase it, Shadow drops into this realm and
Wow.
it's like the real world. He's like, this is
Ah,
new, and it's weird, like
yeah,
how
it
they're
is
doing it.
weird.
Yeah. They also
It-
showcased some gameplay with the combat for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Now, I know a lot of people are like a little divisive about it with the character creation, and because a lot of people online were talking about how it doesn't allow you to make a female with like really big, chest, and
You
it was
gotta get
it's
over
Behind,
this.
yeah, it was
I
absolutely
know
ridiculous.
it's really
Um,
not that big of a deal.
yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. So, but the combat looks so good, at least compared to the Dragon Age Origins. I'm really excited to jump into Dragon Age: The Veilguard. They only showed the mage class and that combat. I wouldn't be a mage. I was a mage in Origins. I'm not gonna transfer that over. I'm gonna try something else because the combat looks really like they really went above and beyond for the Veilguard. So I'm looking forward to playing Dragon Age Veilguard.
I never got into Dragon Age. Like you think because I'm a Mass Effect fan, like oh maybe I try BioWare's other big game, but no,
Yeah, I'm surprised. They're good games.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. I think I've played a little bit of it. I was just never like actually giving it like a full on try, you know?
I've done the same thing. When Dragon Age Origins first came out, I didn't like it. I tried it, played it. I was like,
I've
nah, it's
heard
not for
that
me.
I've heard it's better on PC.
I'm a,
I feel like a console or they on with a controller, I've heard that it's difficult.
It's not that difficult, honestly. I actually
Really?
picked it up a few years after originally it launching, and I actually liked it a lot. I played through the whole story and everything. I really enjoyed it. So
Nah.
it just took some time for it to grow on me.
I was thinking of the
Uh,
wrong Dragon game.
what Dragon Game are you thinking of?
I think Dragon General or something like that. Dragon Commander. There's so many fucking Dragon games, dude.
Dragon Ball Z, you know.
Dragon Ball Z.
At this point, you might as well. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. So they announced some more DLC for Alan Wake 2. When they showcased the DLC, I thought it was Control. I thought we were getting a Control sequel because it's all within that same little world from Remedy.
Yeah.
I was very confused, and then all of a sudden it said Alan Wake. I was like, okay, some more DLC for Alan Wake. They announced Hitman VR, which looks absolutely ridiculous. As ridiculous as any other VR game where you're killing things. Uh, I thought it looked funny, honestly. I did. What was really funny was at the end they showed actual Hitman with a PSVR 2 on his face. I thought that was
Ridiculous.
hilarious.
I did see
um,
that. I did see that. That was actually really funny.
the one big surprise for me was Soul Reaver remasters. The
Oh
Legacy
yeah.
yeah, the Legacy of Kain, Soul River 1 and 2 are being remastered. It'll be available everywhere, on every console, on every platform, December 10th, which is huge. The Legacy of Kain, Soul River stories were awesome games. I remember playing them on PS1 and PS2.
PS1, yeah.
Yeah, so it was. I'm happy that this is
I
coming.
remember
I think this is a good game to remaster.
yeah, because I feel like what happened?
No, good.
Nah, I remember playing this like on my uncle's PS1. And
Yeah.
that was like the only game that I ever played like when I was a kid before I had my own console. And I never played it again. I only played it on his PS1. So that was like my first like gaming experience, I think, or one of the first.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, and I just
Oh.
remember the character design. And I was like, oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah, yeah. This game holds a special place, I think, within my family in particular, because my cousin named his son Raziel, which is one of the main character. He
Oh
named
wow.
his son Raziel. So, like this game is like embedded into our family.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. They also
See?
announced Dynasty Warriors Origins, some new Dynasty Warrior games, which I always like the Dynasty Warrior games. Just hack and slash fun. I just wish they weren't so damn expensive. Even the older ones never go on sale. It's
And
infuriating.
yeah, for as like I don't want to. I'm not saying like this as a bad thing, but it is what it is. They're very cookie cutter, so it's like it's
are.
very easily adaptable into any. That's why freaking Hyrule Warriors is so
Yeah.
easy. Like it's literally just Dynasty Warriors,
No worry.
but
Yeah, yeah. They also announced, which is another game I'm looking forward to, but it was more like they just showcased some more of it. Was Monster Hunter Wilds. So we put a lot of time into Monster Hunter World, and it was a lot of fun. Monster Hunter Wilds looks really good. I can't wait to jump into that. That comes out in February of next year. A lot of games coming out in January, February, so be prepared.
Be prepared.
even more games just got delayed into February of next year.
Yeah, we could get into that. They of course talked about Lego Horizon Adventures, which is the Lego game that from Sony is going to PlayStation. I think it's coming to Nintendo and PC as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, one of the bigger things that they talked about was Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. The good thing is it's a $10 upgrade if you already own it, so you don't have to spend like the $50 or $60 for it.
Although it's not confirmed if you got it for free with PS Plus if you would get the $10 upgrade.
Oh dang!
Because I remember they gave it away like to keep, and that's not confirmed. That's how I got it.
I think that's
it's
how
not
everybody got it.
it's not confirmed if you'll get the upgrade for $10 or if you gotta buy the game again.
Well, little side note to this particular announcement for Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered.
You gotta buy it again.
Yeah, well, it was on sale before this announcement. It was on sale for $10, and now they raised the price to, I think it was $35. So it's like they're raising the price so people have to purchase it in order to then pay. You have to pay $10 again to get the remastered version of it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
we need the money. Yes,
that's what Sony's singing every day.
Yeah.
Why aren't you giving us money? Give it to.
And I think what really saved this state of play from being absolutely completely terrible.
I wouldn't call it terrible. I would call it mid. That's exactly what it was. I always say, like, for the PlayStation State of Play showcase, like, granted, they've kind of like differentiated like what is a showcase and what is a State of Play, and so far they've only had State of Plays.
Showcase.
Yeah, as a PlayStation show, it was not good. But as a show for like games, if you like games, it was alright.
It did its job.
But but when I watch these shows, I'm expecting something from PlayStation because it's a PlayStation branded show. Yeah. Like why? What does this show make, or what does this show tell me that makes me, if I didn't have a PS5 already, I need a PS5? When all the majority of the games are coming to other places. So that's before the last game that they showed, I was just like, it didn't really do anything. Like, what? Yeah. I even said it to Mateo and Brother Zay, Brother Matt, sorry. I said, like, this could have been a blog post. Like, why did they make a whole show out of it? Like, maybe it's just out of obligation. Like, I don't know why they had to do this when they could have done an actual like Tokyo Game Show, which I'm sure would have been like very popular because PlayStation is popular over there. So I don't know. It was just very weird. But as you said, the last game kind of saved it from being
it really did.
mid to being pretty decent.
No. It was terrible before
it
this last
terrible.
Now it's mid.
Now it's mid?
Yes. It was terrible. I didn't like it at all. I was like, this is whatever. And then they showed Ghost of Yodi. I was like, okay, this sort of saved it. Because Ghost of Yodi would be the Sucker Punch's sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. It's set 300 years into 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. It's taking place on the mainland Japan, near the mountain of Yodi. So it looks really interesting. I want to play it. It looks really dope. Despite the discourse online from the incels.
Gosh.
Because they always talk about they say it's woke if there's a female character.
If there's a female character or if there's a black character, is woke.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, come on already.
Honestly, if a game gives me a choice, I'm playing as the female. I'm a guy already. I don't care about playing as a guy. I will pick the female character every time. And the discourse around
that's the problem. You're part of the woke mob. That's the issue right there. You not thinking, see what you falling for the fuck. You falling for the trap. Because when you pick a, don't you get it? I was gonna say something crazy. Never mind. Whoops.
Remember, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, chill.
I was about to pull a brother Jay if you want the
Brother Jay.
When he hears this, he'll be like, "What do you mean?" And we'll all know.
Yes,
that's the problem.
We'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're problematic, brother.
So I actually can't wait for this. The only thing I have a gripe about this game is that it looks like a PS4 game.
Yeah,
I don't think the visuals are up there for like the director's cut on PC for Ghost of Tsushima looks really really good. This looks like PS4, and I was like, that's terrible.
what? All right, realistically, I know it sounds silly, but what are the chances that this does come out for PS4?
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
then there's no reason to buy the Pro. And I'm like, I
Because
don't get it. Why would
because
they keep it up for the PS4?
they're they're releasing games for PC, and it's all an attempt to regain some money that they're in need of, especially after the
Get it.
whole Concord stuff.
Yeah.
So why not release it on PS4 and get more money off of that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just because I mean they have other games that like Spider-Man 2 and stuff like
No, no,
that
no,
that
no, no.
aren't.
It's okay. No, brother, you spitting. We get it. I see your vision. I see. I
But
respect.
the trailer itself, it looked good, but yeah, it looked very dated. I don't know why.
I want to play the game, but it definitely looks dated.
Yeah, I don't think this is coming early 2025 because that's what they said. Coming 2025. I think it's coming late 2025.
Well, they need to polish it. That's it. I want to really get, polish it, make it look better. And I know it's hard. I say that as a consumer, but I know it's hard as a dev to like really sit there and make things look as pretty as possible especially when you're in a time crunch. I get it, but I don't want to go into the game and it looks like crap, I don't want a Mortal Kombat on Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think anything could look that bad.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want that. I mean, that was it. After that, they wrapped up the showcase. That was what they talked about. A lot of the games are coming to
Elsewhere.
Xbox, PC, Nintendo as well. So nobody really missed out unless you don't have a PS5 or PS4. You probably won't be able to play. I think it's just the Astro Bot and then the Ghost of Yodi. So
And then the VR stuff, but who cares about VR?
Nobody plays VR. Not even a PlayStation.
What do you mean? It's my favorite game. It's my favorite console. Why are you rude?
Do you have a PSVR too?
Hell no. I'm just fucking around. I thought we knew I'm an idiot. I
Even
thought
then,
we knew
it'll probably be for like the Meta Quest and Steam VR and stuff like that. So
yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that was for that. Now, let's get into it because at the time of the recording, the PS5 Pro bundle was up for pre-order. So people were waiting in queues for hours to get their chance to have the PS5 Pro, not just the regular but also the 30-year anniversary limited edition, and it apparently was selling out super fast in seconds apparently. The big thing I want to talk about is that the price for the whole bundle. Now the bundle is the PS5 Pro, the controller, the stand, the disc tray, as well as the DualSense Edge. I think the total was like.
and it was the what's the streaming thing? Portal. Was it the Portal included too?
The Portal was not included in the 30th anniversary edition bundle.
Not the bundle, but they have a version.
They have a version of it, but it wasn't included in the big bundle. The big bundle was $960, 960 pounds. So it's about the same for US. But the biggest price for that particular bundle was Australia. That same bundle, that's $959, in the UK and the US was $1,600 in Australia. Yeah. Absolutely insane. People were talking about it online, so I figured I'd mention it here. If you're from Australia, you wanted that bundle, you had to fork over the same price as you could get a pre-built PC that will last you a lot longer than this.
You know what Australians said? They said, or nor.
Oh man, that was funny.
I had to. I'm sorry. I just had to get it out.
Oh,
I don't get opportunities like this often.
I appreciate it, Ron. I appreciate it.
there's
Yes, I
reasons
mean,
why. Oh,
so they the PS5 Pro definitely was selling out like crazy. Not just the regular not just the regular console, but also the 30th anniversary edition. And there was very limited. And as soon as the sale was over, because there were a lot of people stuck in the queue for hours, they showed up on eBay.
Oh yeah.
Claiming that they have one, and the prices on eBay were just astronomical. We're talking about $4,500 for the bundle if you're buying it off of eBay. These scalpers, man,
Yeah.
they have to have something to really stop this. It's absolutely insane. Because if you're a PlayStation player, you have a PS4, you saved up your money, you jump into the Pro, you get into line, and you're sitting in the Direct, and it's just as soon as you get into your cart, it's sold out immediately because these scalpers are just sniping them. And then an
that's normally what
astronomical
people.
price, forty
Yeah,
five hundred dollars is crazy.
it's very
Yeah.
unfortunate, but yeah, they do it for everything. Like
Yeah,
from
they do it for
anything that.
anything.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
but the
unfortunate.
practice has to they have to have some sort of better security.
The, see, the problem is these companies that the scalpers that are getting this stuff from, they don't care. They're getting the money anyway.
Yeah,
So it's like there is no incentive for them to. The only other thing that they could like potentially care about is I feel like shoes. I feel like for whatever reason the shoe manufacturers want to. I guess maybe it's just like a public perception thing. Like they don't want their stuff being on elsewhere or whatever. I don't know. But
It's a public thing. It's more of a PR because of like sweatshops, but also
yeah, true. Yeah.
as a business, just like you're not really going to stop resellers or scalpers because like one, they've already paid the price that you set that you wanted to make the profit off of, and they're like, well, who am I going to stop? They're like, we can't really stop the consumer from selling it to other consumers based on
True.
whatever price they want to set. It's like that really they can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
Be like,
even
guys,
if
please
they
don't do
did
that.
want to do something about it, that's just more work for them. Like,
Absolutely.
why? For what?
Well, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Didn't they make it so that way only one person could buy a PS5 with like a Sony account and it had to be tied to like your emails and stuff? Why couldn't they do that? Why they have to just open the floodgates?
Do you
Because
know how much work that was to do that? Because like you need to understand, because like even if you did that one time, like people would just drag their family and like girlfriends and boyfriends out to do it with them. Though. So like
Yeah,
they
they
got
just
one and they got one.
they
And
just
I know
make
that.
because that's the thing. I feel like if they really wanted to, they probably could have been like, okay, your account has to be within a certain like you can't just like make it the night before or something like that. It has to be like you have to have like verified all this stuff and so like there's ways to go about it. It's just they don't care. They don't care.
It's so much more work
Exactly.
that they don't want to do, and I understand. I
And
also
there's a
don't want to
reason.
do it.
Yeah, there's a reason why they made what was it only like 12,000 of them,
Of
12,300
the anniversary edition, yeah, it
of
was
the
only-
anniversary edition because like they purposely made it scarce to increase like the value of getting it to get people there. So and it was worldwide. It's not just like the US. 12,000 worldwide. So
crazy.
obviously like people gonna buy that shit like crazy.
Somebody's definitely gonna spend that $4,000 for it.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I
Absolutely.
know people who spent over 1,000 for a base PS5 when it launched.
Yeah,
Like people will do it if they're desperate enough. People with disposable incomes who freaking scoff at that money. It's like what is that? That's couch change, like
They'd be like, "Oh, thank God, it's cheap."
right? Yeah, they might even be like, oh, I thought I would have to pay like 8. No, 4 is fine.
I was like,
I
"Oh
want
my
to be
God."
those people. Can I get couch change like that?
Yo, I mean,
I mean, if this keeps going, well, maybe one day for you.
yeah.
All right,
Start living like the podcast is on Twitch.
Right?
One day for sure.
One day we're grinding towards it.
Facts. Let's move right along with the grind with the Xbox Tokyo Game Show, because this week there's a lot of things going on, and still we won't even cover everything by the time this comes out. The Tokyo Game Show for Xbox, they had a broadcast at 6 in the morning on Thursday because of the time difference. Get it? Still annoying.
I actually watched it live because I was on my way to work.
Oh God, no! I woke up an hour later, just watched the broadcast.
Yeah, no, I get up at 5 o'clock, so I was up and already commuting, so I had enough time.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like 6 a.m. doesn't hurt us, especially when you have to work.
No, yeah.
I was off. I was sleeping.
Well, you was off. That's why.
Yeah, if I was off, hell no, I would have been.
We was struggling.
Facts. So this showcase, the Tokyo Game is it's definitely a small showcase. It's all things of like from Japanese creators and Japanese developers, and it was started off really big. They showed off Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. So
which I gotta say, I was highly upset because all right,
Snake Eater.
I started the live stream like maybe like 5 minutes after it started. Okay. And then I was like, okay, let me scroll back to see what I missed. And I scrolled back and I saw them saying, welcome to the show. So I was like, oh, this is the start. And I missed the trailer. Because I didn't think, why would you? I mean, I guess sometimes they do start with a trailer. I didn't think to go back a little bit further. So I missed the trailer, and like literally towards the end where they were doing like the recap, or they say, oh, we showed off Metal Gear Solid Delta. I was like, when? It was in the beginning, and I missed it. So I watched it after.
So user error, copy.
User error, yes. But still, I was pissed off that I missed it.
My brother over here cursing out somebody. Should have been himself.
But I will say the trailer looks amazing. Like I mean, it's Metal Gear Solid. It looks beautiful.
It's my favorite Metal Gear ever. So like to see it like with this new look, this new life, I was really excited to see it. Honestly.
Yeah, it looks. I hope that it plays well. It looks like it does, but I really want this to be good because it
will be.
Because I want there to be a future where there's more remakes, because there's so many Metal Gear Solid 1, the freaking original Metal Gear, not even Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear, that could potentially be remade if this is successful. So it's like there's so much potential if this is successful, and I want it to be so badly.
That would have to be remade from the ground up.
It would, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
So give it a chance.
The next thing that they showed here at Tokyo Game Show was My Hero Academia is coming to Overwatch 2. So a lot of characters are getting skins from the My Hero anime, which
fucking gross.
Okay, so they're not doing like what Fortnite does, where they just put the characters in the game. They're just skins where the characters are wearing the colors or the outfits of the other characters.
Essentially, well, what they're doing is they're taking Reinhardt. They're taking Reinhardt and making him All Might. So they got his colors and stuff, and they even have his hair. And he even says his famous line from the show. And Tracer's gonna be Deku. So the characters look really cool. And I'm like, I don't even play Overwatch 2 that much, and I kind of want it.
They're trying to get you back. They're targeting you, Brother Zay.
They got me. Oh man, I want to so bad.
Resist, my brother.
I can't resist.
What sucks for you?
All right, then they showed some more Age of Mythology Retold, Immortal Pillars announced, so like just more stuff from Age of Mythology, which is planning to come out on Xbox Game Pass. I think a lot of these games are Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
They talked about how which we have here talking about StarCraft Remaster and StarCraft 2 will be coming to Game Pass in November, which is a big deal. You know, more Blizzard games coming to Game Pass. And those games are really how can you say, they're like cult classics in the gaming world.
Yeah,
I've
there's a
heard
lot of
them-
people want like the series to come back.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it being on Game Pass is a big deal. They showed us a new trailer for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle and how it's gonna have full localization for the Japanese language. And
That's
nice.
cool.
they show the whole trailer that they showed was in Japanese, and I thought it sounded cool as hell. I was like, man, that sounds awesome. So I could only imagine somebody who's a native Japanese speaker seeing this and being really excited to jump into the shoes of Indiana Jones. I thought that was really cute. They have here, so they have a lot of 2D Japanese the JRPGs remakes coming to Xbox, and they showcase a lot of little stuff. And they also showcase what you're watching right now. If you're watching on YouTube, we love Katamari. That came out on Thursday, which is why I am playing it for you there. They even showcased Fragpunk is getting a closed beta in October. The hero shooter with the cards, which we got to play and even got to show you guys some of that gameplay
Yeah.
on this channel here. So there's another closed beta happening in October. The game is fun. The game is very interesting. They're adding new mechanics into it all the time and new different cards. It really takes the 5v5 shooter to a different level than what's already out there.
Yeah.
They showed us a new trailer for Metaphor ReFantazio, which is coming to Xbox, I think, the end of this month. I
They
think
actually have a demo out right now.
yes, they do have a demo. A lot of people, like, I know my Xbox friend Brea, she's planning to play this like all day. She's not getting any game. She's not starting any game. She's trying to finish what she is playing now so she can jump right into this when it launches, because she's a big
Persona
fan. Yeah, big Persona fan. So they announced some Bleach Rebirth of Souls. He got a new trailer for this game, and I think it was a mobile game. It looked like a mobile game. I honestly, a lot of the stuff that they showed were definitely geared
There's a
toward the
Japanese audience, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not big on the JRPGs or the turn-based games that they showed. I did play a few of them. I've broadened my horizons because now with Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity Original Sins, which we still play, I've also played things like Sea of Stars, which is a JRPG with, turn-based. It just had different mechanics. It wasn't like old school Final Fantasy, it just has different mechanics that drew me in, and the story was really good. So I just would have to give them a try to see if I would really like them, because overall I really don't mess with the JRPGs like that.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I mean, but
Makes-
they did showcase a lot of those.
Yes, they did, yeah. And they actually another game that was dropping on Game Pass Thursday was All You Need Is Help.
That one actually looked really fun.
Why does that sound
Yes.
familiar?
It's like a little puzzle game, like a cute puzzle
Yeah,
game.
I was like, is it not? It was like, why does that sound so familiar to me in a stupid way?
Yeah, that
Well,
looked
no.
really fun. Like,
Yeah. I realized what it was actually. It's nothing to do with the game. But I was playing, I didn't get to say this, but I played in a game that was like based on like old British like sitcom humor. Where like
what?
you're like a little person. It was like thank you something. It's like thank you for help, thank you for coming. I don't know, something stupid.
It's like an indie game?
It was an indie game, but like a lot of it was like old British time humor joke, old London joke, like sitcoms. So like literally like one dude, you interrupt the dude on the street with binoculars, and he's like, "I'm looking for tits." But to us that's funny because like, oh, he's speaking of peeping tom, but like no, like tits is what they call some birds in London. So like, oh, like things like that.
That is funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, well, that game, all you need is help is available right now on Game Pass. You can go download it and try it. I haven't tried it yet because had a really busy day, but I do have it downloaded and ready to play because I want to try it out. It looks fun as hell. It
That's
has
Yeah.
it.
it's cross platform, and it's online multiplayer and couch co-op, local co-op. It's got everything, all the bells and whistles if you want to play with your friends, or family, local or online, and if they're even playing on PC, you can play with them. So it's
Yeah.
You
it's
want to be a
definitely
you want to be a problem? You want to be a problem child? Buy this game.
No,
Why
I'm
not?
actually looking forward to playing this with my sons because we always every Friday like they want to have like a game night and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
nice.
now that I'm off every weekend, it's a lot easier to do that.
And
So
you haven't played Monopoly yet? How dare you not teach them that this is a dog eat
oh, I
dog
mean
world?
I have Monopoly. I'm not
That
teaching them that yet.
how dare you not teach them that you can't trust no one in this world?
I don't want them to know the horrors of taxes.
They gotta start young, brother Jay.
No,
Jay.
you
You
gotta
gotta
I
start
know.
them young.
Yeah.
But
How will they
yeah,
How will they understand the problems that we deal with in life if we don't start them young?
I know you're right, but I can't. I don't have it in me. But yeah,
Traitor.
I'm looking forward to playing this game with them.
Yeah, it looks dope. Looks dope.
It does look fun.
We had a little deep dive for Slitterhead, the Silent Hill creator that came on and talked about the game and
That's
showed
what
us.
that was. Okay, because
Yes,
I was like, yo, I heard about this, but I'm just like, why do I know this from somewhere? It was
yeah,
the Silent Hill creator. Okay.
yes,
Ooh.
yes. So the Silent Hill creator, they did a deep dive. They were talking about combat and characters, and it looked really crazy cool. Like you can like you're like sort of
You
like a
jump
little
into
ghost. You can jump into people around the world,
yeah,
and I was like, wow, that's really great. He said like sometimes I'll be playing, and then I'll do something that I didn't intend to do it, but it still turned out really great. So he's like, there's many different ways to go about the gameplay. It's not sort of linear or what you have to do. You can just do a bunch of stuff. And it showed you swinging like Spider-Man through an alley and then switching to a different person and just jumping off. It was absolutely insane. It looked really good.
yeah.
I actually look forward to playing Slitherhead after that deep dive that we got from the Tokyo Game Show.
I will
Um,
say though, there was one part of that deep dive where it felt so like you must say this, where he was saying, "Oh, I grew up playing Halo, and that was what inspired me to make this game." And I was like, "No, it didn't. Stop."
maybe he did play Halo.
I mean, sure, he probably did. This has nothing to do with Halo. Like, it doesn't look like
He played a
Halo.
version of Halo. He
It's just,
played a
I just,
version.
I thought that line was funny. It just felt so like Microsoft, like say, "Hey, mention Halo, all right?" Like
Bring Halo into this somehow, some way.
somehow weaved it into it, but
Yeah.
no,
What's
but
the-
the game looks good.
I don't understand the problem. Bring Halo into this. Let them piss them off. Piss themselves.
So they also talked about how Dragon Quest III, the HD 2D remake, it got another trailer because it is coming out November 14th. I like Dragon Quest. I like their games. It's like old school. And I know I say I'm not into JRPGs, but there's like it has to be like something.
Specific.
Yeah, exactly.
And nostalgic. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah,
if you didn't grow up with certain games, you're not gonna care about them. So
exactly. And Dragon Quest 3 was one of those for me. So like I thought that was really cool that they showed it there. The Mana games are on Xbox right now, Game Pass. You can play them right now, just like the Katamari game was released today. I think it was Trials of Mana and Legends of Mana, which I have downloaded. I can't wait to jump in. I just have to chug along through with like a dragon first before I jump into those games. I know those games are going to be long games. You know,
yeah,
these JRPG games are long.
yes,
Extremely long.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
what's
hope.
available right now, which was sort of like the surprise, I guess, if you didn't know or if you're not in the know, Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster is now available, which is the Final Fantasy games 1 through 6 all together in one collection, now available on Xbox. That means every single Final Fantasy game from 1 all the way to 15 is now on Xbox. We thought this day wouldn't come, but it's here. And and people are excited. A lot of people are talking about it, a lot of people are downloading, a lot of people are playing it. And it's a big deal for Xbox fans because Square Enix is sort of like making good on their end of the deal that they promised to bring more of their games to Xbox.
Yeah. No, it's good that Square Enix kind of like woke up from their nightmares apparently because I mean, this is what they're saying. They've been throwing shade at Sony for a long time over their deal that they made that they regret. So, it's good that they're now embracing, Xbox, and I'm sure they're bringing games to Nintendo Switch as well. So,
Yep.
It's nothing but good for gamers, you know?
Hope
For
so.
sure. For sure. And that wrapped up the Tokyo Game Show. It wasn't long, but
It wasn't anything special. Like if
Yeah,
you're
well,
really
they-
not into Japanese games, then it wasn't for you. Like that's what it was.
yeah.
It's literally called Tokyo Game Show. Like what do you expect? Like
I mean, it was on at 6 a.m. It wasn't for us.
exactly, yeah.
But it was still good to see Japanese games still coming out, still being supported on the Xbox system. Phil Spencer came out and said that how there's more than ever people playing on the Xbox consoles and the Xbox ecosystem in all across Asia. So promising things coming from Xbox through our Japanese partners. All right, let's continue. So we got some more to go through. This is Ubisoft.
This is gonna be a
Ubisoft
long ass episode.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
That was a full hour.
Ubisoft is definitely in trouble. They announced that Assassin's Creed Shadows is being delayed. They talked about how Star Wars Outlaws did not do well for them. They said it was very soft on the sales. And now they're launching an investigation. The board of directors are launching an investigation into the whole company to try and figure out what they can do to make things better for themselves. Now,
Trying to figure out why their games suck. That's what they're doing.
I say, I mean, you say that, but I really like Ubisoft games, man. I love Star Wars
I've
Outlaws.
been burned by Ubisoft too many times. Like I can't.
I mean,
We've had this conversation before.
I feel like every
You
time
be
Ubisoft
okay,
reveals
brother.
this.
You be
Yeah.
alright, I swear.
Well, their stocks are plummeting, and they're launching an investigation. They're delaying games, and they're gonna bring their games back to Steam day one, starting with Assassin's Creed Shadows. So it's not just gonna be on their Ubisoft Connect platform. It's gonna be also.
That was
on
probably
Steam.
their first mistake. Like honestly, that's probably why they're seeing so little sales.
Definitely.
Most
Star
likely.
Wars Outlaws comes to Steam, I think, in November 15th, which is the day that Assassin's Creed Shadows was supposed to be released. So they're looking to sort of pad their pockets before Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out because I think they're banking on Shadows to be really good in order to sort of save them.
I
But
mean,
the
it
board of
has.
directors is definitely not happy.
Yeah,
You gotta
has
bank
the
on
hype.
something. You gotta bank
Well,
on something, right?
they are also making that Splinter Cell game apparently. Like they're also probably banking on that. I wouldn't put it past them to start bringing back like older popular franchise. I mean, granted they are doing that kind of already,
I
but
was gonna say, like, they already are technically.
but Splinter Cell was. I feel like Splinter Cell was their like bread and butter, and then they stopped making them, and then they realized, hey, we probably could make money if we brought it back, and that's what they're doing. But they need to make it good, though. That's the problem. They can't just release a half-ass. So, and same thing with Assassin's Creed. They probably see the same thing. They can't release it half-ass. So,
yeah, I was really looking forward to this Assassin's Creed, so I'm kind of upset that it got delayed, man.
It'll give me more time to play all the other games that I probably won't, but I can pretend like I will.
I swear to God, this brother. I
In
swear
my
to God.
mind.
In my mind, you do
Okay.
a lot of things, don't you?
Let's move on from Ubisoft. The last bit of news that we have that we'll discuss because we been on here this long talking about the showcases. Um, would be the Xbox app. It's now going to be the Xbox app and the Game Pass app is merging into one. They're getting rid of the Game Pass app and just having everything all together on one big app. And I feel like a lot of companies are doing this. You know, if they have multiple apps, they're sort of just merging them into one instead of having multiple different applications on people's phones. Like T-Mobile. T-Mobile did it. They had a T-Mobile
Yeah, they
Tuesday
did
app,
do that. Yeah.
and they also had like their regular T-Mobile app, and they sort of merged everything together. But I think that's sort of like this new trend going around, just trying to consolidate everything all together. So we won't have the Game Pass app anymore, just the Xbox app, and it will have the very similar functions, but hopefully on a better UI that works, because Xbox app doesn't always work.
Yeah, I've had mixed experiences with the Xbox app and the Game Pass app and stuff like that. But I like that they're making it all in one because I had both of them together, but and used them for like different reasons. So it's just like, why not have one app to make it easier to use? Like,
Yeah,
and then
I mean,
even especially when like the Xbox app has Game Pass related stuff that the Game Pass app doesn't have. It's just like, what? That makes no sense.
it doesn't. It doesn't. Well, that comes along with the the game bar for PC is sort of getting
No,
done.
that I'm looking forward to trying. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. Come on my ROG Ally, but that is what I would want to use because it basically mimics the dashboard, the Xbox dashboard, or the sidebar, whatever.
Yeah,
Uh, and that's great. Like that's what I want, and I'm sure a lot of people who use like the Ally or Lenovo Legion Go or any other like handheld would want. That's why you buy the handheld because you want that console experience on the go. So I like that and it's an option. It's like it's not like, oh, this is for everything. Like you can use the original game bar if like you're on PC whatever. But if you want to use it, you can use it.
yeah, yeah. So a lot of consolidation, a lot of fixing. Hopefully, fixing the app so it runs better for everybody because the headaches that come with some of these apps just not working right. Hopefully, they get it together and we have a better experience.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hope
that's what we'll do for the news. We are done.
Hope is such
We
a
are
strong
done.
It is over.
word.
All right. So
Sorry.
I do have an announcement
Oh, he's
because
pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
Let's go.
Congratulations! Yeah.
No, so I've been planning something to do. I haven't mentioned it because I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it, but I now that I have weekends off every weekend,
Oh,
I
nice.
want to, at least for the month of October, maybe beyond, but we'll see how it goes. I want to stream every weekend. I want to stream every weekend for the month of October because I want to do like scary games and stuff like that. Not just Resident Evil because I feel like that's what I've been doing. But I want to play like scary games, you know? Because I did this before when I used to do like regular YouTube videos and I liked it. I like having a video out every week for I used to call it like Halloween something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Starting what is next week? The first? Yeah. I'll do it. I'll start it maybe not the first. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it the first or the second. It'll be Friday or Saturday. But
that's the fourth or fifth, that weekend.
is it? I
Yeah.
thought the first was on Friday. Oh no, you're right. Anyway, yeah.
That's
Starting that one. Starting that weekend, I will be streaming either Friday or Saturday. Uh you'll see when I post the thing.
Yes.
to let you
you'll
know
get
that
the-
I'm doing it.
You'll get the notifications likely under loading up Discord. If you don't know about it, links are in the description.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. And with that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you want to help us out, you can like and subscribe. You can rate us on any podcast app you're listening to us on. You can help us out by supporting our sponsors, W Energy, NordVPN. Remember, W Energy last week, next week, that's it. No more 20%. So get your code and use code LUP at checkout. NordVPN and Starforge Systems. We thank them for supporting us, and we thank you for supporting them. And that'll do it for us. We will see you guys next week. Peace.
Later.
Bye.